Hey fam, quick update. I'm actually recording an update in the middle of the day, which never happens. Usually I'm recording something at the very end of the night to post the next morning with the blog. But this came up in conversation today and just seemed like good timing and seemed like something worth sharing. So this is an update, again, kind of specifically about my workouts, about the cut itself. Let me know if you prefer those kind of updates or if you like it more when they're kind of tips and tricks. I want to, like I said, I want this to be a daily journal for me, but I also want to share with you guys stuff that's helpful for you. Anyhow, getting back to it. So, I actually am wearing my Fitbit today. I have not worn this bad boy in a hot minute. I used to wear a Fitbit all the time. I was obsessive about it. I definitely got to a point with the older version of the Fitbit where I was super obsessed with how many steps I was taking every day. Then when I moved up and got the one that tracks your heart rate, I got very obsessed with how many calories I was burning every day, and I was really watching it like a hawk. If I burned fewer calories, I was eating less that day. If I burned more calories, I felt like I could eat more that day. And I don't really like doing that. I don't think it's a great mindset. I don't want to look at exercise or working out as earning more food or particularly burning off food that I've eaten or anything like that. I want to eat the calories that my body needs to fuel me to do whatever the day brings. And if that means I have a rest day that I didn't plan on and therefore my deficit isn't as big, that's fine. That's how I want to do things. So I upgraded and got the Fitbit watch when it came out, the Ionic, I don't know, maybe in October, I think, and I love it. I was wearing it for a little bit, but that's right around the time I decided to maintain and kind of reverse diet just a little bit and get my calories back up while maintaining my weight. And so I just didn't want to be super tied to it. I didn't want to be always staring at how many calories I burned and stuff like that. So I've been in a little bit of a plateau. Again, overall, the weight is going down. It's just going very, very slow. And so my trainer is changing my program a little bit as of this week. But also, I decided I should wear my Fitbit and just kind of see what's going on. So I just texted my trainer and said, so good news and bad news. He asked how many calories I typically burn during cardio, during steady state cardio, just a moderate pace, like walk uphill on the treadmill. So from the last time I was wearing my Fitbit regularly and really tracking that kind of thing, I would generally burn in 10 minutes about 100 calories. So I would burn about 600 calories if I walked for a full hour on the treadmill. Again, it's a decent pace, like I'm definitely sweating, it's uphill. So he wanted me to do this morning 500 calories. I think my steady state increments are going to be measured mainly by that, like in calories, less so than minutes or speed, and that's the way I like to do things when I'm trying to cut a little bit. So anyhow, I charged my Fitbit, I jumped on the treadmill this morning, and it took me 49 minutes to burn 301 calories. So, good news and bad news. The good news from that means that what I texted him was like, I must have gotten in ever so slightly better shape, apparently, because it tracks my heart rate, and my heart rate was not getting as elevated as it used to. That's why I wasn't burning as much. I wasn't getting into that higher burn zone. So my heart rate was elevated. It's not like I was sitting still, but it wasn't getting as high as it used to, and that is because my cardiovascular endurance has improved probably from doing HIIT. Ugh, don't tell him I said that. But I had a harder time getting it to raise more. I threw in like a couple of bouts of jogging, but I really hate jogging, and I wasn't really about that. So I did that a couple of times to just raise it up a little bit more, but it definitely took longer to burn less. This is why, side note, This is why when people join the gym and they say that they just want to do cardio or they want to lose weight by doing cardio or whatever it is, sorry for these random beeps and noises. I'm in the office at work, but I just wanted to record this really quick. So this is why I'm always telling people not to rely on just cardio. Your body is adaptive. It is built to adapt. That's its job. So if your body can burn 600 calories in an hour, over time, it's not going to be able to do that anymore. That's what my body's doing. Now it's taking just under an hour to burn 300 because my body has adapted to my daily activity and my daily calorie burn. So now to increase the calorie burn, I'm going to have to do more or work harder. So that's where you see people running, 6, 7, 8 miles a day just to maintain their same calorie burn that they used to have before. And that's why I don't love cardio. Or I do kind of love cardio, but that's why I don't love cardio as people's main tool for losing weight, because over time it will be harder and harder and harder to keep losing weight just by doing the same routine. So that was a side note and a little rant about lifting some damn weights. Pick up something heavy, put it back down. It's very helpful. Back to the update. So I texted my trainer and said, good news, I must have gotten in slightly better shape. Bad news, I didn't get in my 500 calorie burn today. So I'm just gonna need to work a little bit harder to accomplish that, depending on how many days a week he's wanting me to do that. The other good news with that though is that it's just information. The information is really helpful and it explains so much why this plateau is even happening. I generally, with the amount of workouts I've been doing and the amount of calories I'm at, I've been able to lose weight before a little bit more easily than I am right now. And this explains so much. It explains how much my body has changed over the last few months while I was kind of reverse dieting and maintaining. I was doing a good job of that, and during it I kept working out and I was working really hard, and apparently my body has gotten a little bit more efficient, and so with that it's not expending as many calories when I'm doing work. So yeah, that's that. So just wanted to share that update with you. If you have ever hit a plateau, there's so many different reasons for hitting plateaus, but this is a big one. Again, your body is built to be adaptive, and so now my trainer and I have some more information to kind of work with and hopefully bust through this plateau and get things moving. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I don't know, I was hoping it would be helpful if you have ever experienced something like that, or if you just think cardio is the way to go. I'm here to tell you, please go pick up a damn weight. It is inherently easier to keep progressing using weights because you can increase by a couple of pounds in what you're lifting rather than having to increase number of minutes that you're doing cardio. Sorry, we will go into this another time. I'm not meaning to go off on a tangent about cardio, but I just wanted to share what's up with me right now, and I will check in with you guys tomorrow.